Kani kadai ka Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ka kubor baman kasni, belawan rasha pi da ka rupa, ringkat bat ka orange Nissan, lom sopo near Fabricate Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Haba phasha ka jingmi le Thep vote ki nong snong ka jala Meghalaya. Haka khatwai tarik mentau bana yayong arajar kat khandai. Ban jet mai ya ki member of parliament Shalok Sabha katkum ka jingkhen ka balala ban yolum. The Chief Electoral Officer Kajala Uba Frederick Roy Katkangor Hadu Kumbah Kapor Henrip Steng Janmiet Ki Balami le Thep vote Ki Long Kumbah Henrip Hunyo point not lie person Haki Arajar Sans Patli ki polling station Bat Ki Badangsa Ki Bampat Yo Jingkhen Pat Ki Long Sana Palat Henrip Patli ki polling station National Parliamentary Constituency Ki Bami le Thep vote Haduk Kani Kapor Balayo Jingkhen Ki Long Henrip Pulai point San Punreu person Katba Hatura Parliamentary Constituency Ki Bami le Thep vote Hadu Kapor Bampat Yo Jingkhen Lon Kalong Nyopusan point 100%.
We have with us the information available that the poll percentage is 67.03%. 67.03%. But we would also like to inform you that this is the input that we have received from about 2,500 polling stations or so. So there are still about 644 polling stations from which we are to get the full and final figures due to various reasons like connectivity and remoteness, and those polling stations we are not able to establish contact. So suffice it to say that out of these available polling stations where we could establish contact, out of the 3,167, out of these 2,500 polling stations, the polling percentage is at 67.03%. Now I would also like to share with you that this year our total electorate is 19,14,000 plus, and out of this electorate of 19,14,000, if you look at 67% of that, that means almost 12,81,164 voters had exercised their franchise. So in terms of the number of people who would have actually cast their votes, it is actually more than 2014 in terms of volume of the people who have cast their vote and who have gone to the polling station. If you look at 67% out of the total eligible electorate that is there, it is 12,81,164 in comparison to the 10,77,948 which voted in 2014. But of course we will share with you the final figures maybe by late evening or tomorrow morning, because there are many inaccessible polling stations. About 104 of them, 107 of them are polling stations which you have to go through foot march. Many polling stations in parts of South Garo Hills and also parts of West Khasi Hills, Southwest Khasi Hills, and some parts in other corners of the state. They have very poor connectivity, and polling stations are still on their way up. So as it stands, that is the case of the the polling percentage. I'm happy to share with you that there was enthusiastic participation from all sections of the people, and especially we would like to congratulate the people with disabilities, the PWDs who have come out in large numbers to vote in this particular elections, which has been made special for them as part of accessible elections through many arrangements. So they were seen in many polling stations voting very enthusiastically. We also compliment the active and very proactive participation of our Matdata Mitras, or the poll volunteers, the young students drawn from various youth organizations like Bharat Scouts and Guides, the NSS and the NYK, and they have taken they have gone the extra mile to ensure that priority voting is accorded to the people with disability, the aged and the infirm, and many of them were seen actively in fact assisting all the voters, especially the people with disability and the aged and the infirm. And also it was an occasion for them to get first-hand experience and first-hand exposure with actual democracy at work in the field. All this while perhaps they would have learned it as part of the civics in their classroom, but now with their active engagement, I'm sure that there will be something which will be part of a continuing learning process for them, both inside the classroom as well as outside.
Haka bedai ba kajing thot ki kor Thep vote haka ni election mentakasnem. Chief Electoral Officer Kajala uba Frederick Roy Karkongor ulai to ba kamsem ladan parat kajing thot ki kor Thep vote lait no tangki kato katne haka ba ladan kajing thot haki kor VVPAT.
There were a few cases of malfunction of mainly VVPATs, not BUs and CUs, but mainly VVPATs in a few polling stations. But the problems were effectively resolved, and polling resumed as per the protocol, which was laid down by the Election Commission, in the presence of the observers, in the presence of the political agents. The various polling agents of the various political parties.
Haka bedai ba kajing Thep vote habarok we kajala laong ba kalong hakalenti ka bajai lait no tang ka we kajing ja hakaning nong ba shilong kata Hasangkar Dev College kabaran halaban hadien ba ukertong MP kaseng BJP uba san bor sulai syam lasngap ikibor penyat election bat penkhenru ya ka we niki an penyat election hapo upot usam jong ka polling station. Halor kani na kaliang returning officer but presiding officer kila ujoru daki ijahar sekipulen bat hadin kacing token ladalap bakani kajing penkhen kalong ka basisha uni ukertong ka BJP ula ban set patok hadu lai benai lani tang ka kuna lani ula ru ban ngat baro ar kajing pencistom.
We've had largely peaceful elections, no untoward incidents, except the incident which you may have all been aware of, which happened in the Shankardev polling stations in Shillong, where one of the contesting candidates had entered into a polling station, and with regard to that, the returning officer was asked to ascertain the facts of the case, and on the report having been ascertained, there was an FIR filed against that concerned person, and a case against misconduct in polling station has been filed. The case has been registered, and an FIR has been filed under Section 131, Section 132 of the RP Act.
Entry and exit is there, but where you have to cover how many of them you enter. Like if you one enter and come, there is nothing. And like again, which place you are covering. If you are going to the booth, or if a person is voting, if you are covering, those are all not. It's not allowed. And similarly, if one or two are going and the space is enough, if the presiding officer has no issues, there won't be any issue. But suddenly, if 10-15 of you are entering and there is no space, which affects the polling, then it will be an issue.
But that is a problem of the candidate, not of the media.
No, I am telling, like, since it happened inside, so inside the premises, so these are all the it becomes misconduct. So now how it depends on the investigation, how it comes. So those points I cannot comment. As per Section 132, it says it's a cognizable offence, and if the concerned person doesn't listen to the presiding officer, then he is punishable with an imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 months, or with a fine, or with both. Already case has been registered. The case will be investigated, and the due process will follow.
Ke election banjet thamai yo MLA new nong mikmat cha kaying darbar thawan ke jala hasal sela constituency hadin kajing khlat no MLA barim kajing Thep vote hakani ka constituency ru kalalong ka bayat bet guarantee hakaba ki no snong kilami le Thep vote baro kalong prapu %.
Silsila also went to the by-polls today, and polling was largely peaceful, and it was incident free, and Silsila in fact has recorded a very high polling percentage of 82% or so. Here also we are yet to get data from a few polling stations, but we can safely say that the polling percentage was about 82% in Silsila.